Hi, this is Eric Olson, Director of Helps. I want to talk to you about a fairly common scam um, involving tech support or computer warranty. Okay, um, it happens in a number of ways. I just got off the phone with a prospective Helps client who was scammed some time back by for a couple $1,000s, and I'll explain how it happened for this person and some variances on how it could happen. So this person got a call on the phone from someone about their computer warranty. It was expired. Uh, Another way that happens is if you're on a website or something, you might get something that pops up on your computer that says there's some malware, there's some wrong with the computer, and you need to contact this company, and there's a phone number to get it cleaned up. Okay, if you ever see that, it's guaranteed to be a scam. That's how they do this. They are able to try to get people to call them on the phone. Okay, and then they try to tell people that there's something wrong with their computer. We can fix it, but it's going to cost you some money. Now, in this person's case, the computer was a gift from her daughter. She wasn't that technically savvy. Um, and so she got confused and was maybe a little bit intimidated when the person called her. She was, and when they called her, then they got someone on the line. He said, "Okay, yeah, you call us back. Okay, I can have someone help you. This is such and such a company," and they got someone else on the line. So kind of a confidence thing. I'm talking to a real company. I call someone and now they transfer me to someone else. Okay, kind of to build confidence that they're legitimate. And then one thing that they did was they got access to her computer. She gave them, they were able to access her computer. There's things that they can do to get control of your computer. It happens with me all the time. Our tech guy, he said, "Eric, I need to get on your computer to look at it." And boom, in 2 seconds, he lives 50 miles away. He can be on my computer, and I see his little mouse going every which way, and he's changing things, and he has complete access to it. So it's things you can, if someone tries to, if you try to give someone access to your computer, they can try to, you have to give them permission to do that. There's a button you have to push or something like that. They'll say to push that. Then they have access and control over your computer. Now, that's really necessary in the business world because a lot of tech guys may work remotely, and that way they don't have to be right on your computer doing the work. So there's a legitimate use for that. But these scammers will try to, if they can get on your computer, then in a matter of a few seconds or minutes, they'll have access to all the information on your computer. Bank account numbers, anything that you may have on that computer, websites, whatever. Well, they got access to her computer, but they didn't take money from her bank. They got her convinced that she needed to go buy some debit cards. And so she went down to Target and bought $2,000 in debit cards. And then they called her, or she called them back, and she gave them the codes on the debit cards, so they got that money. Now, they didn't take it out of her bank. Now, why do they do the debit cards? Well, you can't, if you give money to someone on a debit card, you don't have any recourse to get the money back. If someone tries to steal money from your bank account fraudulently, the banks can be responsible and have to reimburse you in some fashion. But if you give them a debit card, money's long gone. I don't hear of this from too many of our clients, but I get on the website, an FTC, Federal Trade Commission website, find out it's one of the main ways that people are scammed doing this. And seniors are the ones that are most vulnerable. So if you have someone contact you or you're tempted to contact someone about a problem with your computer, and you don't know anything about this, then I can assure you it's a scammer, and they're going to try to get money from you. If you get a notice that you've got some infection on your computer or something like that, I mean, you could close the computer out, delete, shut it off, restart it. But if you start letting someone else onto your computer, or someone's asking you to send them a gift card for money, guarantee it's a scam. Don't need it. And computer warranties. Computers last for a long time, and they're pretty inexpensive now. If you got a computer that goes kabooey, which is doubtful, but you could, and you can get another computer for fairly cheap. So computer warranty is not generally not a really good idea. And you can Google that. Is a warranty good idea for a computer? And I think there's going to be a lot of websites or a lot of articles will pop up why it isn't a good idea. Not necessary. Anyway, I just want to warn you about this scam. If someone calls you and they want to fix your computer and they want you to give you some money, you're being victimized for a scam, and you don't want to give them go and get a gift card or give them access. So my name is Eric Olson. I'm director of HELPS. We represent seniors with debt collectors who no longer communicate with them anymore. If you have any questions, call us toll free at 855-HELPS-US. And please subscribe to our channel right over here at HELPS YouTube page. And you have a great day.